Oh my god, what is this camera quality? Hold on, please. Scheiße. What's going on here? Oh, Lord have mercy. Um, sorry, I'm trying to set this stage. Yeah? Okay, sorry. Sorry, someone's in the house doing something, so... Oh, Shiza, my tripod is wonky, and I'm not going to start this year with... Like, seriously, what is this camera quality? What's going on? Hold on, let me try to fix the camera before I start this proper. What can I do to... Shiza. It is not looking good. Is it that? I'm just gonna go down. You know what? I'm coming back. Let's see if this cleans it better. Come on, it looks dusty AF. That is unacceptable. I don't think it's better, but now we figure out the tripod. I'm so sorry. I should have done all this before I started the live, and now I just realized this afternoon, actually, when I was trying to shoot something, that my tripod is a bit wonky, and I cannot... Now I'm going to use it to clean sweat. I changed the head, and it's still a problem. So I guess that is what is going on here. See, I need optimal conditions. Okay. This tripod is either going to break apart or it's going to do what I want it to do. And it's not doing what I want it to do. Like, why are you shaky? Oh, you need to see the contrast. If Daisy wakes up, what could I? She's up. I'm not going to cancel this. We're going to do it with Daisy. Scheiße. Come on. Cannot catch a break. Okay. Sorry, you're going to hear fan sounds. I'd rather have fan sounds than sweat. The AC right next to me is not working. The other one will take time before it circulates. Anyways, welcome to my first random live of 2024. My tripod just shifted a little bit. Please bear with me. I do not have the energy to go and buy yet another head for this tripod. Besides, I feel like there's something I'm not doing that is, I feel like I'm not tightening something properly, but I just don't know what. I've been doing this for the past 30 minutes. I'm done. I'm tired. Anyway, so welcome again to my first random live of 2024. So just like I did last year, I want to be doing this random live that either it's going to be like a story time or I'm going to watch something. Hopefully the copyrights, maybe when I'm watching something I reduce the volume. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't know. But anyways, today's live, I wanted to do like a story time, kind of like to talk about what the year is going to be and why I went missing on YouTube and what Made for More YouTube has been doing so far and what we're doing this year, and talk about the holidays a little bit. And I am also going to talk about Singles Inferno, which is a Korean dating show that I finished watching, I think, last week. And when I get to that part, I'll tell you the reason I decided to talk about it on a live and not in like a video. But let's start with the story time. So, first of all, I think I need water. I feel like I'm getting up too much. Maybe let me just start the story time a bit before I get water. Anyway, so first of all, I went missing on YouTube. December was a very busy month for me. If you are subscribed and you like are consistent, you notice that I did Vlogmas for the whole of December. I think I started December 3rd. I basically did 22 days of Vlogmas. Usually Vlogmas you're supposed to do from the 1st of December to 25th of December, Vlogmas, like vlogs and Christmas, right? But I started late. I started 3rd, and I ended, the last thing I shot was 24th, meaning I posted that on the 25th, and then I dropped off the radar. Now, before I even started vlogging, YouTube Made for More, the workshop that YouTube is doing for small creators, had started up. So I think the week before the workshop started up, meaning before Vlogmas, the timelines it's mixed up in my head. I decided to also be doing a short, like posting one short video on YouTube per day. So I was quite active on YouTube. I mean, this is a live video, and I do not yet know if you can throw up stats on live videos. Speaking of throwing up stats, I'll need my phone later to show you on stuff. I could show you my statistics in December. Ever since I started this YouTube in February 13th, 2023, December was my most active month. Like, I posted a total of 37 videos. I can't even remember how many shorts, and I think about 2 lives, even though that number seems so, it must have been more than that. Maybe I deleted some, but it was so active. And then I just dropped off the radar. Like, I got the odd comments here and there, like, where are you? You know what's happening? Some people who actually know me in real life sent actual messages, and I was like, most of them I didn't even read, but I got the odd comments here. And even I myself, I felt kind of bad because I knew the plan that I had for my YouTube in that year, and entering into January, I should not have been not active, right? I knew the plan. I had the best plans. But I'm not going to dwell on that. We're going to move forward. But yeah, why did I drop off? So I'm going to make this story as short as possible and as not TMIE as possible. I am, number one, I'm trying to think. I have 2 reasons why I dropped off. I'm trying to think which one, like, as honestly as possible, I'm trying to think which one is the main reason that I actually dropped off. And I think we're going to go back to the first. Yeah. So I'm a kind of person, I think it's because of how my mental health is set up. I do not know if anybody, I don't think I've mentioned that on here on YouTube. I haven't mentioned it, I think. So I guess we'll mention it. Anyways, I'm actually bipolar, like diagnosed bipolar. So I have my moments. How it manifests for me is I have moments where you'll see me, I'm really, really active. And then there are moments where you will see me, like I'm nowhere to be seen. Basically, what happens during that period is, using the terminology, I said I'm not going to be calling it my bipolar again, so I'm going to refer it as, whatever. I'm not going to call it that again. Anyway, so using the clinical terms, anybody who is bipolar, you have the maniac phases and you have the depressive phases, right? So the way mine manifests is, I have the times where, even personally, like not like content now, maybe on like my like day-to-day app that I use, which is WhatsApp. I'm active, I'm replying messages, I'm opening, I'm posting stories, I'm doing things, right? So how my own manifests is, when I'm in my like maniac phase, I will be overly active. For me, that is a creative. I can create, like, the ideas will drop. I'll also be motivated, which is a huge part of it. And I'll be creating, I'll be doing stuff, I'll be putting out stuff. Even in my personal life, I'm firing, I'm replying messages. I do not have a problem necessarily being around people or opening my messages. Sorry, someone is doing something in the house, so there might be sounds. That's what you're hearing. If you're even hearing it, I don't know if the sound is loud enough. Anyways, so sorry, I'm all over the place again. Anyways, so those periods, first of all, I'm going to be very creative. I'm going to be very, I don't want to use the word happy, but I'm going to be very hyperactive. That is exactly the word. I'm going to be doing the most. I'm going to be very, like, all the anxiety I have about certain things will not be there. I think I'll explain that part later. Will not be there that period. I'll generally be present in a very loud way, right? That's a maniac phase. For me, I don't want to call it my bipolar anymore, but there's no other way to explain it without saying the kind of bipolar I am told I have is the kind that we call it bipolar 2. So for me, the manic phase is not as bad as it gets with some people, where some people will do, where they will do like, they'll be making like these huge decisions, what do they call it, having feelings of grandiosity. I do not have that one, but I do know that I'm hyperactive now. This has gone on for a very long time, so I do know that I can recognize that. So during those periods, as a creative, I create a lot. I have my schedule, I'm on point. I'm looking at my schedule every single day. I'm having a lineup days ahead. What I decided to do for myself last year was I decided, okay, when I'm in those periods, I'm going to create as much as I can, because I know it's almost inevitable that those other periods is going to come. Initially, I think that was 2022 when I initially tried to start doing content on Facebook before I dropped off. When the down periods comes, I used to beat myself up like I'm not doing anything. Like, I'll explain how the down period, I'll beat myself up anyways. But sometime last year, after a little bit of therapy, I decided that, you know what, when the down, not like I decided that based on what I heard in therapy, she was like, you whatever you cannot do at that point, leave it. Do not beat yourself up, because already you're going through a lot of mental stress. So you are now doing mental stress plus beating yourself up and feeling bad, and at the end of the day you cannot accomplish anything, right? So now the way the depressive side usually manifests for me personally is, sometimes it can be a trigger. Maybe I have an argument, a silly argument with someone. It can be a trigger. Sometimes something triggers it. Most times it just comes. I am unmotivated. I am not productive, like, at all. I just do the bare minimum to keep it pushing, right? I do literally the bare minimum, like I drag myself to do the bare minimum. And for people who do not understand how mental illness works, I don't know how to explain it to you. That I'm going to use this common example I used also for my therapist. I love award shows very much, and that was last year. During the whole award season, I was missing. Like, I will sit down and I'm looking at my phone. Sometimes I get on social media. Sometimes I stay off social media completely. But if it's sometimes I stay off, I'm on social media. I'll look down. I'll know that, oh, today was supposed to be, let me say, the Emmys. ASEAN, you wanted to do a video about the fashion at the Emmys. Like, inside me, I actually want to do the video, but to actually get up, pick up my phone and set up and do the video, I literally cannot. Like, I don't know how else to explain to someone who doesn't understand this thing. Like, you actually physically cannot move, but you want to move, but you cannot move. So that's how the depressive phases manifest for me. The worst part is when I go completely MIA, in the sense of, I do not open my WhatsApp messages. I do not reply messages. Sometimes I do not pick calls. Most times I do not pick calls, because I literally, in those periods, do not have it in me to engage with anybody. And this particular one that happened over the holidays was even worse, in the sense of, my messages had a reason for even blowing up even more, like my WhatsApp, especially because of all the groups I joined for Made for More, because of Made for More. And already I have anxiety about WhatsApp. When I was working with an online newspaper, I had to be in all these groups so that I'll be sharing our links. Immediately I left that place of work, the first thing I did, I took myself out of those groups. I blocked myself from anybody adding me to a group on WhatsApp. Like, I remember when my sisters were like, even come back to the family group. I was like, we had two family groups as at then. I said, I can only join one. I'm not joining two. I do not like to see, I do not want to be seeing WhatsApp messages anymore. It literally stresses me the F out, right? So for this period over holidays, I'm not going to say I didn't open WhatsApp at all. But most times when I open WhatsApp, and my WhatsApp now started doing this thing, which I do not understand why, it's hanging a lot. So it takes a lot of time to even open. When I open WhatsApp, I'll see like plenty, 50 something messages. And I'm like, is it me that will sit down and read all these messages? Like, I really, like, almost like having a mini, very, very mini panic attack. I'll say, you know what? I'll just close it up and leave. Like, go. So all through the holidays, that's what was happening. I wasn't engaging, I wasn't picking call. At a point, I think this is one of the longest MIAs. I'm not even talking about content-wise now, like in my real life for my friends, right? People who are not living in the house with me. I think this is the longest I've really like gone off, because I got even more messages than before. Like, what's up? What's going on? You're not posting on WhatsApp stories. My WhatsApp stories is actually very, very late. I go off on, like, I can talk about 10 things in 5 minutes. So I got a lot of messages. Like, what's happening? I'm like, you know what? I just cannot engage. Some of the people who do know me, they understand why. So I do have some friends who understand the situation, and they know how to, quote unquote, prod me without making me feel overwhelmed. So those ones are there. But then, you always have these friends who are not like your friends, but you're not like deep friends. So those are not the ones you're going to like talk to in depth about, see. And besides, I'm always very cautious about telling people, oh, this is the thing. If you see me, I'm not online. Just take it like that. Because at the same time, in as much as my brain is kind of making me push people away at that point, at the same time, isolating myself is also not the best thing. So when you tell people like that, I fear that people will like say, okay, anytime she's not there, don't even send a message. So it's such a crazy balance. So that was why I was MIA for content, and it was even worse because it fell under Christmas. Now, I understand that there's people who love Christmas. I get it. I understand it. I'm not hating on that. But for the past how many years, I have not enjoyed Christmas. Like, something always, and God, maybe let's break the jinx in 2024. But I was so happy entering Christmas this year. I was like, this is my year. I am finally going to enjoy Christmas. I think in one of the vlogmas, I even mentioned, I feel like I should buy a Christmas tree. Like, I was like, this is my year. Nothing is standing in between me and enjoying. I am going to be intentionally happy. That's why I talked about a lot leading into my birthday about being intentionally happy, because I know my birthday is also one of those periods I really actually have a love-hate relationship with. So that's the same thing. I was like, Christmas. 20th rolled around, and again something happened, and I was like, this is why we can't have nice things. I'm not going to elaborate what happened, but I was like, I was hurt and I was pissed off, because it's like the year that I was like, okay, finally the jinx of 4, 5, 6 years is going to be broken, and this is what happens. Like, I've been so happy leading up to this. So that triggered me, and coupled with the fact that I was already, quote unquote, due for a depressive mode. I mean, I had been happy for too long. I hate to talk about it this way, but there's no other way to talk about it. I'd been happy for too long that I'm like, okay, I was due for. So when it even happened, I was like, you know what? It's fine. I remember thinking there are some tools my therapist gave me. Oh, this is weird. This is not where I wanted this story time to go, but this is where it's going. There's some tools she gave me. She was talking about negative emotions, and she was like, when the negative emotions come, I want you to, some positive things, reinforcement, gave me some things to do, try to be positive, counteract those negative emotions with positive emotions. And on that 20th, I remember just sitting down and crying out loud and saying, I can't find a positive emotion. I can't find a positive emotion. Like, it was, right now, sitting back and looking at it now, it's the silliest thing ever. But I couldn't find a positive emotion. And then the spiral continued. I do not like Christmas. I cannot. I said in my video yesterday that I think the only Christmas I'm going to like is one that I am in snow, and I maintain that this is another year I am going to plan. I have to get my points together because I feel like I want a Christmas where I travel out of my day-to-day vicinity. That's just what I'm going to say. Especially, I also want a Christmas where I'm actually seeing snow. Like, that is what I want. So I want a Christmas in Aspen, particularly, or somewhere where there is snow. It cannot even be any part of US because not all parts snow. Like, I want to see. I don't want to be. In fact, even if it's Cotonou, I don't want to be here. So yeah, that's why I had the whole MIA thing. It's crazy, but it is what it is. And at those points, like I said, I do the bare minimum. It's not like I'm missing in action, but in my day-to-day life, I do the bare minimum because that's the only thing I actually physically can do. But yeah, so that is why I was MIA. I think I have covered that for that. Now, luckily for me, by the time the MIA came on, YouTube Made for More, we had gone on a break for the year. We were not meant to start up again until the 17th of January. I was so happy about that because I'm so keen on this workshop. I'm not going to miss anything. And I would have beat myself up even more if I missed, let's say, workshop because I couldn't get to it because my brain decided that it's going to F me up, right? So I'm glad that YouTube Made for More was on a break. The only thing I missed out on YouTube Made for More was that community of creators that, you interact with daily on WhatsApp, almost daily on WhatsApp if you choose to. You see people putting up their, stuff, and then you can keep it up. And I think I missed the creation challenge, but it was a creation challenge that was sent on the newsletter, not as usually when we get our creative challenges after a workshop. It was that kind of creative challenge. I think I missed one, but I've not even gone back to check. It's fine. It's whatever. I don't think I tried to search my email today for a particular newsletter and I didn't see, but it was just the one. I think I missed just the one. Yeah, just one. Yeah, just one creative challenge, which is fine. It is what it is. And of course, I wasn't posting the one shot a day that I said I would post for the entire of December again. And that was not something that I really liked. But again, it is neither here nor there. Anyways, I finally kind of pulled myself out of the funk last week. And I literally started replying my WhatsApp messages one after the other. Like, I'm meaning this is the first time I'm going on WhatsApp and telling people Happy New Year. Okay, I had said Happy New Year on Happy New Year and posted we went out to visit family. It was a very beautiful time that I wished I could have vlogged. Oh my God, we had such a beautiful time. I went first of all to my uncles on my mom's side in Abak. If you're in Akwa Ibom, you're familiar with the place. So my mom, my sisters, and our kids went to that side of the family, had a nice time, gisted. It was really cool. And then I went to another uncle's on my dad's side of the family, where I took Duke and Daisy there for the first time. Duke is 12 years old. Duke was not like he's going to my father's village for the first time, no, but that's the first time he's kind of like being in a gathering from my father's side. Oh my God, he loved it. He kept telling me, this is so cool. I had so much fun. I'm so glad I came. Because on the first, he actually wanted to go paintballing. I was like, well, I'm going to my uncle's. Do you want to come? Do you want to still go to paintballing? So he was like, okay, I'm going to come. So he kept telling me, oh, I'm so glad I came. So we had such a nice time. And I had a nice time as well. I wish, like every time I felt that I wish I could have vlogged it. I had a couple of videos here and there, but not enough for a vlog. To be very honest, the reason I did not vlog it is because when we started the trip, going to first my mom's place, I didn't even want to go. I won't even lie. Like, my uncle called me on the 31st and said, are you coming? I said, okay, I'll see. And everybody in my family knows. First of all, that one has nothing to do with even depressive state or anything. I hate going out. I hate it. So he called me, and I'll call my mom and say, what is he doing? And my mom said, he just wants to gather nice first. I said, I don't know if I'll come, but we'll see. My sister now called me. I said, I want to go with you. I told her, I don't even know if I'm going. Please find your transportation. She said, no, let's go. And, coaxed me and I went. So the reason I think I didn't make a vlog was because when I went, it was literally reluctant. And I had to be, because I was picking her up and her kids, and I had to go, and my kids, and my other sister, Chidera, I was like, the car, we didn't even have space in the car, so I had to be the one to drive. That again pissed me off. It's like I have to drive all the way to her back. So I didn't expect to have fun. So I was like, I'm not going to vlog this thing. But then again, while we were there, of course, we had fun there in our back. And then since the fun was going on and I was feeling more like myself, my sister was like, okay, maybe we can also go to Kana. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with that. Let's go to Okana. And I didn't even mind the fact that I now had to drive from back to Okana and then from Okana back to you. Not like these places are far, but again, I do not like driving. I would rather be driven, but that's another story. So yeah, I wish I had vlogged that event, but maybe some things are not meant to be on camera anyway. So it is what it is. How did I get here? I've lost my train of thought. Anyways, I think that's about my story time. I want to wrap this up because again, Miss Daisy I have 30 minutes before it's time for Miss Daisy to come up, and I still want to talk about singles and Inferno. I must. So yeah, that was my story time. That was why I went MIA, and that was, yeah. Content wise, I'm back. I'm trying to go back to all the plans I laid out for how my content was going to look in this year, and try to keep up again. Just do the things I was doing, because on the analytics results side of things, aside from the fact that I loved the way I created in December, I really saw improvement. And on this channel, we are still at 900 and something. I was supposed to have passed 1,000 in 2023. At least I was supposed to have passed 1,000 in January 2020. But I don't know if that's possible because, again, I didn't post anything. But yeah, we are back. When I say we, I mean me. I'm trying to go back to the plan, which is I'm going to post a short a day. I'm going to go back to that plan because I really like that idea. And shorts are low-key easy to post. I say low-key because it depends on what kind of short you want to post. Sometimes it can take time. Like the one I have today, even though it's just me following a trend, to get the angles right and to make it look the way I wanted it to look, it literally took us 50 minutes to do that thing. I'm not even lying. But I'm going to go back to one short a day. Videos are going to be at least 3 long form videos a week at least. Now, my RANC type style videos, which I asked yesterday in my video, in my New Year's video, if I should be posting it on here or if I should restrict it to Facebook, someone actually said yes, I should post it on here. So one is actually dropping today. Yes, Duke is here. Sorry, Daisy. One is actually dropping today by 4. This is 14:09. So my rant style video might also come here. I might post not everything, but some on here. And the way my rant type video is set up, it's based off of if something happened and it's viral, or like the Moses Bliss video I posted yesterday here, that's a rant type video. That's going to still be here. Again, let me know if you watch this live to this point, if I should post it all the time. I feel like I want to declutter my YouTube, so I may not post all the rant type videos here. Most of them may just live on my WhatsApp, on my Facebook. I'm still going to do my reviews for some movies I like and some shows I watch. Not every single show I watch because I watch a lot of shows, but Real Housewives Reunion is coming back, Lagos. I'm going to do that. Real Housewives Durban is coming back. I'm definitely going to do that, even though I already know that one of my favorite members of the cast has left, but I'm still going to do it. I love that franchise. I wish I had come back online in time to do reviews for like movies like A Tribe of Judah, because I really, really love The Tribe of Judah. I wish I could have done that review. But yeah, movie video reviews. Oh, excuse me. Is Daisy asleep? Oh, thank God. Yay. Mbaku, yes, it's your mom, so. Thank you. I'm not. I pay you. I pay you with board. Your room and board is the payment I pay you, and the lights you enjoy, and the Wi-Fi you enjoy, and the Showmax you watch.
The food you eat, that money that
I wouldn't even say food you eat because you know how we are with food in this house. But that's your payment. Anyways, what was I saying? Okay, the review type content, movie review type content. I really love doing content like that. I'm contemplating on my list. Let me show you. I actually have a planner. Have you considered acting? Like Daisy, my friend, I don't even understand why she would literally. I don't know if this thing won't focus. What is this girl? Hold on. This is the most out of pocket, coming from nowhere question that you have ever asked me. Just because I sent you that. Like, it's not that deep now. Come on, girl. It's not that deep. And meanwhile, I am actually on a YouTube live, and this is going in the live as well. Like, why would you ask me this kind of question just because of 16 seconds of video? Bye-bye, Bob. Thank you, Chidera. I wanted to show you my list of my plan for content. I wouldn't ever consider acting, like she has asked me, but I do talk a lot, which is why I decided this story time cannot be a video. I want to talk as much as I want, and I don't want to have to suffer with editing it. So, where's my plan? Plan. Okay. I have a lot of notes. I gotta drink water. Okay, so yeah, YouTube. Post a short a day. I've already said that. Post at least 3 long form videos a week. You know those lives I did last I really enjoyed them, and I think people also enjoy them. Apart from doing the random lives like this, I did this live. I think I did about 3. Yeah, first one was feminism. We had one talking about the boy child. We had one talking about social media. I'm going to do those kind of lives also, at least. I'm being ambitious. I'm saying at least twice a week. So you're going to see that those ones are going to be like an hour live straight, max an hour. Now, these kind of lives, hello to the one person that just joined me. These kind of lives can extend depending on, like, it can be a story time. It can be like I did earlier now. It can be a story time. It can be me watching something. It can be me going off on a tangent and it being long. I am low-key experimenting with me doing a 24-hour live, like just doing a live all through the day. I don't know how that will work, but that's low-key something that is in my mind. So these types of random lives, my plan is to do an hour of this every day if I can, watching something or a story time. So that is, let me see if I want this thing to focus so that you can see. Oh, come on. Is it the lights? Can you see? Okay, there it is. So that's my plan, if you can read that. Okay. Anyways. So yeah, those are the kind of plans I have. I want to really schedule everything. I work best when I'm scheduled, when I write things out. And because of the condition I mentioned earlier in the story time, planning things out and writing things out help me a lot. It helps me for when those times come that I am MIA, that I cannot actually do anything and I'm not motivated and I cannot be creative. So I just go to my planner and say, okay, so I had at least written this down on a good day. So I actually stay up and write a lot. Now that I'm kind of out of that funk, between today is the 22nd. Between the 20th and today, I have about, like, I've written so much. Like, let's not even get into that. But yeah, so that's the plan. I think it's going to be an exciting, I know it's going to be an exciting one for content for me in 2024. I know that because I'm even more excited about it. I know that because I see more possibilities, even more than I saw when I started this thing last year. It's going to be it's going to be exciting because with this, I won't even lie, with this YouTube Made for More program, it's really opening my eyes to the possibility. And there's something about being in a community of other creators that just fires you up. It's going to be exciting because I have connected with so many creators, and God has helped me most, because it's not all, most of the creators I've connected with via the YouTube Made for More, they get sense. Do you understand what I'm saying? I get impatient with people, so most of the ones I have connected with, I find that I can work with them. I can deal with them. They do not really set off my pet peeves. So again, having those kind of people around you makes you feel excited for what you're doing. So yeah, I don't know if I opened up this live for comments. I hope I did. Okay. But yeah, again, if anybody watches this live to this point, let me know if you even clicked on, even though I wasn't like creating, I was doing weekly lives when I go to chat circles. So you saw like behind the scenes of us taping the talk show. Let me know if you've ever watched that, and let me know if I should continue doing that, because it's kind of a hassle every Thursday to be carrying the tripod to the station. Let me know if I should continue doing that particular live. But I think it's cool. Like, you see all the mistakes we make within the taping of the talk show. I'm also still going to do that, and that is every Thursday. I don't really want to structure everything in saying this is when this drops, this is when this drops. No, I don't really want to do that, because what if something happens on and it's not a day I wanted to drop something? Then what? For instance, a viral thing. Then what? So yeah, there are a lot of goals, a lot of plans, and at the end of it, for content for me, the first thing I wrote was be consistent. I want to be consistent. Like, I want to be consistent. As I'm sitting down here, if I have the ability to schedule my shorts videos for like 2 weeks ahead, I am going to do it. I'm not even lying. I am going to do it. I'm really going to do it. So if something else comes up within the week, it's just Jara, I'm going to do it. I mean, I'm stressing a short a day. But the last workshop we had last week, Tomike was talking to us, and she said she had apparently a gathering made for more gathering in YouTube in Lagos, and she saw someone who said they posted 20 shots a day. I was like, and even she was like, where are you getting the? So me stressing one shot a day is, for me, it's hard, but there are people who are doing more. So if I can even do more, and I have a Jara, it's not even a problem. But yeah, that is it on content I have. This story time has gone on long enough. I want to move on to the second thing I wanted to talk about in this live. This one is going to be like freestyle, and we're going to have, can I put visuals? I'll see. I don't know why my phone is not highlighting. That one person that is in this live right now, please drop a comment. I always feel weird when I'm doing these random lives and somebody joins. Like, not like I don't want someone to join, but I always feel weird because now kind of like I don't know. I sense so. I start blushing, obviously. Anyways, I'm pulling up something so that I am going to start showing up. But before I do that, I think I want to go and get ice and drink water or something. Is it hunger that I feel? I don't know, but I feel something. Anyway. This live was tagged story time, singles Inferno, Ruwa, my mouth, Ruwa, etc. But I don't think I'm going to get to everything, but I very much want to get singles Inferno. Jesus in heaven, I want to get singles Inferno. So let's get to singles Inferno. Please, if you are in fact, you know what? I'm going to open YouTube on this my phone. I'm very curious about these two people. Can I see it? Hold on. Let me see. You know what? Chidera, that one don't put earphone for your head. You don't go hear anything. Oh no, my God. This is so weird. You know what? Chidera. This is weird. I cannot know who is there. Anyway, let me leave it. Okay, so Singles Inferno. Yeah, let's talk Singles Inferno. So now the premise of Rant of the Niger Chick: A, pop culture, rants, lifestyle, reviews. That reviews comprises shows, series, movies. That's about it. Oh, music videos, right? Four things. So I watch, like I said earlier, I watch a lot of shows. But there's this show that I finished um, last week. Yeah, the last episode also aired 9th of January this year, right? Of course, because I like BTS. I mean, I started actually watching K dramas before I got into BTS, but why is this thing not highlighting? I want to show you guys this image. Okay, there's this dating show on Netflix called Singles Inferno. It's a Korean dating show. So the season 3. Oh no. How do we make it focus? Yeah. Okay, there you go. It's going to be horrible. Anyway, so there's this Korean dating show, Singles Inferno. And I think I'm still going to do a video about the show because I need to like put pictures, and this thing is proving difficult. But let's just talk. There's this single anyway, Singles Inferno. I watched season 1 and 2 obviously, and I loved it. So even before the third season came up, I started saying, when is it coming back? When is it coming back? And then we finished watching it on the 9th, and I'm like, first of all, I think my bias for Korean dramas aside, I think the premise for Singles Inferno is one of the best dating shows that I have seen. It airs on Netflix, by the way. So let me just give a quick rundown for anybody who has not even seen what it means. You know, there are dating shows like The Ultimatum, Love is Blind. You have The Bachelor, Bachelorette in the US. We kind of are familiar with that one, right? So the premise of Singles Inferno is this. They carry like, let's say 6 guys and 6 girls into not really like a survival type thing, but it's on an island. They keep them there, and every day they kind of do tasks, physical tasks. Either the boys do tasks, the girls do tasks, but whoever wins the task at the end of the day, you get the opportunity to pick a member of the opposite sex that you want to go to paradise with. So they are in the Inferno, where they have food though, but they can give them like potatoes, like carrots. Maybe they'll give them chicken breast. They will not give them steak. They'll not give them sweet desserts and things like that. But they have food, but it's like the bare minimum. You understand? And maybe after a challenge, they can give like a fruit or something like that. So if you win this challenge, you can now, based on, let me say, first, second, third, you can now pick if it's a girls' day, the girls will pick the guy. If the guys will pick the girls. You pick someone that you want to go to paradise with. So paradise is now off the island, a very luxurious hotel where, of course, there will be like a food spread, everything. There will be like, pool, hot tub for one night, and you guys will sleep. Like, the hotels are always luxurious. My mouth is always, every year, every season, the hotels have stepped up. Presidential suite. I'm talking presidential suites, and I'm like it's always very luxurious. The food spread, luxurious, right? So that's the premise of the show. And as you go on living with these people in the Inferno, you're supposed to build bonds, and get closer to a member of the opposite sex, because the ultimate goal at the end of the day is to pick a person you want to continue dating in the real world and go with them. So you see them have every year we'll see 2 women fixate on one guy, or 2, 3 guys fixate on one girl, and you see them trying to find opportunities to talk, because in paradise, oh, by the way, this is another part that I really love about Singles Inferno. While you are in the Inferno, the only thing you will know about that person is their name. You're not allowed to ask their age. You're not allowed to ask what they do for work and other personal questions like that. So if you're meant to build a connection with that person, you're just meant to build a connection based on what you see, their name, and the gist you people have. They don't want things like, where do you work, how old are you, to color you. So when you go to paradise, you can now ask those questions. And I think there's also a rule that when you now come back from paradise, you're not supposed to divulge to the other people, because partners do interchange. Like, I can go with paradise with A, tomorrow I decide I want to go with B. The essence is to get to know more people and then decide who is the best partner for you to go with at the end of the season. So this season was the most hilarious season that I have ever seen. I'm not even going to, the way I wanted to do the video, the actual video, not like talk about it on a live. I wanted to talk about each of the characters and then I talk about the couples, but I'm going to scratch that. This is already 40 something minutes. I want to finish this live. This show was so hilarious and so unpredictable because we had one guy, when he fixate, like for the show lasted about the stay in Inferno for about 10 to 11 days. For 10 11 days, this one guy, I have never seen a more confused human being. For 10 11 days, this guy fixated on 3 different women, and the funny thing was the 3 different women also did not want to look at another guy. Yeah, this season had six guys, six guys, 6 guys, 6 girls. It was so funny. He was so, I've never been more irritated by a character. At the same time, I cannot help liking a character in a reality show. Let me explain. One time, after they had been there for like 4 or 5 days, my times may be wrong, they all gathered together. You know, now they've done some tasks. Some people have gone to paradise together. By now, he had gone to paradise with the first girl that immediately this season they change it up. So immediately you enter the season, they say go to paradise and without a task with your first impression, the first person. So this season that's how they choose the first people to go to paradise with. So the first girl that made a first impression on him, he had already gone to paradise with her, and they seemed to have like a good thing going on. Coming 4 or 5 days after, and then when he came back from that one, he now started looking. I said he wants to talk to everybody, which I understand. You want to talk to everybody, feel out everybody, and know who is the best partner for you, right? I understand that. But they had been there for days, and then halfway through, they brought in a new girl, Kim Guri, and he was not like, by now, before they brought Kim Guri, he was already fixated on Hejong and Haesung. I'm pronouncing the names right, I'm so sorry. And then they brought in Kim Guri, and I was like, I think I should talk to Kim Guri also. So they are sitting in a bonfire, everybody, and they're like, okay, like playing truth or dares, an equivalent of that, something similar, sorry. And I'm like, so you, Wang Hee, who do you think you are going to go away with after the Inferno? And he said, right now, it's 3 girls. The way he said it, it was, I have never felt so disgusted. He said, right now, it's in between 3. And he was like, he didn't even mention their names. He just said, that one. The girls' faces were like, even though these girls liked him, this is the first time in a season that the girls all of them went to one room. He didn't even get a chance to talk to her yet. And he was like, that's the one. That one had fixated on another person. So the girls went to the room and like, Kim Guri was like, is this how he acts? What like, we don't have names. What was that? Even the 2 girls at the point who liked him were like, this is just crap. This guy kept being confused. He would have a conversation. He would go to paradise with the Kim Guri and Hejong, honestly. And then he didn't go with Kim Guri. He later left that one when they brought in a new girl, Minghi. Yeah, is that her name? Minji. He now fixated on that one and now cancelled that Kim Guri. Had a talk with Kim Guri and now decided. In fact, Kim Guri was really not into him at all. So that one didn't even give him a. So that one fizzled out naturally. So he went to paradise. He's gone to paradise with these 3 girls, and then he later changed from Kim Guri and fixated on Minnie. Like, he was so confused. He'll go to paradise with this one. He'll like, I think I'm getting close to choosing. He'll come back to Inferno and have a conversation with another girl, and he's like, I'm confused. He'll go back to the one that he said, I didn't like what you. He tried to blame the girls for why he's not closer to them. But at the same time, he had all these other funny moments that were like, oh my God. And the premise of the show, aside from watching the reality show, they also have a panel, like people who are also watching and kind of like doing a live reaction. So they'll show what's happening in the show, and they'll show like a panel, like this panel of 5. Everybody on the panel who were exasperated, we love because what is guy? Who are you going to choose? Like, I've never seen Singles Inferno where we have gotten to the end of the day and we do not know we do not know which couple is part of. Like, you triangle of 3 girls. Which one are you going to go with? Like, which one are you going to go with? First of all, personally, him and Hajon. Hajon was the beginning. She was kind of like bossy, bantered with him. He had this thing where he told the girl up front that when he likes a girl, he pranks her a lot. So he would say the most insultive things, but he's calling it a prank. I'm like, huh? So with Hajon, he would do that with her, and after the first time, she said, I don't like that. The second time, the girl will now hit him back, and he will now like say, I think I don't like it. I'm like, okay, so you can give it, but you cannot take it. Come on now. With but they had this banter between them. To me, they resembled either an old married couple or siblings because of how they used to banter. They weren't really like a nice fit for a couple, but they could have worked. Then the first girl, his first impression girl, Hejong, that girl, the favorite of the season, she was so confident. She knew what she wanted, that she wanted him. And the first time they went to Paradise, she told him straight up, you can come to Paradise with other girls, talk to other girls, get to know other people. I'm going to do the same thing. But at the end of the day, circle back to me. I was like, the confidence. So even between his back and forth, when he's doing back and forth, the girl is simply just, having fun, doing her challenges, talking with other guys, knowing that she's not talking with them romantically, but just having fun. Like, at one point, he had a chance. He chose her. So when the girls now had a chance to choose somebody to go, and he was like, he would now ask tentatively, like, so what are you going to choose? He's like, you had a chance, you chose me the first time. And I think at this point, the second time, he had chosen one other girl. I think that was Hejong to go with. He said she's going to, if she gets a chance, she's going to choose another guy that she wants to get to talk to. And I think in the back of his mind, he was like, this girl likes me. He's not going to choose another person to go to Paradise. My girl won challenge and said, who are you going to Paradise? He said, one egg, let's go. I'm like, and the thing, it pained him, but it did not pain him, because he was like, this girl has really chosen another guy to go with. And later on, he now wanted to use that as an excuse to say, this is why I don't like you again, because another new girl came, and he was like, ooh, I think I like this girl. The new girl was now very naive, oh God, that girl was so naive. I felt so bad for her. That one came immediately and fixated on him. Like, fixated. One of the funniest scenes on this season. Like, I wish I could play a clip, but I do not own the rights, and I'm not making a video about this. I'm not making a video about it. Let's just leave it alive. Now, when they chose at least 3 couples with Paradise every week, every day. And then you people will all enter a helicopter because they're on an island. So he had gone, at this point, he had gone to Paradise with, I think he had gone to Paradise with Minhee or something. They had share connected. I cannot remember if it was Paradise or it was just a date that they won based on Minhee just came in. So when the girls now did the task, and Minji took third, Hesong took, I think that week, that was the last, that was the last Paradise going. So Hesong took, the first girl he went to Paradise with took first. No, was that week? I think that was the week. Anyway, the girl Sha took last in the task. So they knew that she's not going to be the first one to pick, so she can pick him. So they now had a conversation, and he was now telling her who he wants her to pick from all the guys. The other 2 guys, Mingu and Jinsuk. So he was now saying that she should not go with Jinsuk. No, she should not go with Mingu, that he will feel somehow if he goes with Mingu. He feels that Mingu will not come back and tell him what happened in Paradise, but that if she goes with Jinsuk, that he feels that he'll know. Bear in mind that this guy knew very well that he himself is not going to go, that he himself is going to get picked to go to Paradise, because the first 2 other girls that also won the task were girls who also liked him. Like, 3 of his girls won the task. So he knew anyhow he's going to Paradise, and he's going to Paradise with a girl that he's talking to and a girl that likes him. So he's down here detecting to Minhee that she should not go to Paradise with a guy that likes her, or a guy that wants to talk to her, or a guy she wants to talk to. So that one now said, so he was like, don't go with Jinx or don't go with Mingo. She said okay, and then that one now told him, when you go, don't enter the hot tub, don't give a massage, don't do massage. He was like okay. The girl even now said, don't wear green, because yes, it was her song that won that week first position. Yes, it was her song, and that was going to be the last. I said, the girl now said, don't wear green to the paradise, because the girl that is going to pick you is wearing green, so you people are going to be matching. That's why I know she's naive. Like, what kind of silly this thing is that? And he was like, okay, tell me why. Of course, the first person picks, her song picks him. He's coming out first of all wearing green, and the way the show happens is the three girls stand here, the first person picks, and then whoever you pick, they call, the person walks up to you, and you people walk up to the helicopter. The second girl picks, the third girl picks. So first girl picks him, he's coming out wearing green, so he's matching with the girl that she had told him not to match with. I could see her face, she was just like okay. The second girl, which was also a girl that liked him, just picked a guy that hadn't been there before in all the, and this was the last going, so he picked Hanbin. You've never been to paradise, come to paradise with me. Not like they were going to have a relationship, or just come and chill, let's chill, reconnect. Is it back? Yes. So that now in the this scene was the funniest thing I've ever seen, that in the helicopter going to paradise, and the back seat sits for the front row, the middle row sits too. So Hanbin and Hejon are sitting in the middle row. So now, Haesung, the first girl he went with, he's sitting here. The girl is sitting here. One, he's sitting here. Mingi, the girl that said you should not wear green, is sitting here. And then the person she picked is sitting here, Minku. So this girl, I'm going to make one here. This is one here. I'm Min here. This is one here. This girl is sitting, I'm sitting next to this guy. And then, right? They're in the helicopter, they've not gotten to paradise. Like, you are going to paradise with your date. He's going to paradise with his date. Yes, people have entanglement, but that's your date. Inside, right in the helicopter, she started dragging his shirt like this. The guy did not even turn. Do you understand? They're sitting close together, as close as I am. So there's no way you cannot know that somebody's dragging your shirt. He dragged the shirt. The girl didn't even turn. Thank God, the girl sitting on him, the girl he is going on a date with now, her son is looking out the window, dragged the shirt. The guy did not turn, tapped. He did not turn. Do you know what this girl starts to do? This girl starts to cry. I mean, I'm not saying tears dropped. I said, so the person that she is going on a date with had noticed when she was dragging the guy's shirt, and the guy was not looking at her. Mink was now wondering, you know, she was just looking like, why are you not answering her? So when he started crying, the person you're going on a date with now had to unbutton his shirt and give him the corner of his shirt like this to clean her eyes. So she was just nearly, like, it was so bad. She was, and the serious crying for a very long time. I'm like, yeah, what are you doing? Why are you you're literally with your dates. Why are you dragging the guy? Like, it was the silliest thing, and also the most like, it was happening. What are you doing? They get to paradise, and she's like still crying. That sorry to her date, sorry that I brought you here just to cry, but he was ignoring me. The guy was like, but why was he ignoring you like that? I think she told him that he didn't want her to go with him. He wanted her to go with another person. But that she too, she saw him coming out wearing the green, matching with, like, are you seriously kidding me right now? She was spending the whole time complaining about the guy and crying and wondering what the guy was doing. Nah. My guahi, what is this business? Immediately he went, now even suggest, let's enter the hot tub. I was like, this guy is so, and because we know how he acted throughout the show, he was so vindictive. Because we've done this, I'm going to do this. So I knew that the girl was going to pay for that. And he had the nerve when he came back. Everybody, normally all of them will come and the boys will discuss. Mingu was like telling him, the guy was crying. He did like he did not know. He said that he saw her bend down, but he didn't know what was happening. The guy was like, he was crying. But where I had a problem with Mingu was the way he talked to her. He should have talked to the guy like that, because in paradise she was like, are you still going to go back to him, knowing how coldly he treated you? She didn't say anything. And I was kind of a little bit peeved that he didn't call him out on that. Like, why did you not, like, she was dragging you, why did you not even look at her? he didn't call him out. He was just saying that nothing happened in paradise, that they were just chilling. They mostly spent time talking about you. Nothing happened. They just talked as friends, which is the thing he had told her, that I don't want you to go with him because he will not come back and tell me what happened. But he ended up like straight. In fact, right there in paradise, he told the girl, I'm going to tell him everything that has happened so that there's no confusion. Anyway, I've talked a lot about this. I want to go. At the end of the day, let me find out his picture. This guy ended up going with the first girl he went to paradise with. This very mysterious. He ended up going to paradise with her son, the favorite of the season. I still think that this girl is too good for him. She is too good for him. If it takes him the flimsiest of excuses to make those kinds of decisions. Oh, she actually lost it towards the end when they were having their end conversation. She lost it with him. I was like, if you are not sure at this point, at a certain point, he was now like he's not going to go with Hejong. He kind of ended things with Hejong, even though he did it well. Even though the first time he tried to do it, he tried to blame her for his own problems. I was like, dude, come on. No, he's such a red flag, but at the same time, you cannot help liking him. I can't even lie. So he ended up going with Hesong, but one of those times before they choose, the day before they finally choose, she got mad at him and like, if a day before choosing you are still debating between me and Minji, then go with her. I cannot be with someone who I'm a choice. Like, go with her. Like, she just kind of got mad and I go with her. They later kind of made up when, again, they had their final bonfire of the night, and something she said, I think she started crying. When she started crying, it triggered him and he started crying, and I was like, what is going on here? That's when I started saying, okay, maybe it will be her, not me and he. You know, he told all the boys that, look, if Minji is the kind of girl he would want to date and have fun with, but if he's thinking long-term marriage, that is Hesong. I was like, really, dude, really? Like, okay, so does that mean? And he also said that Minhee is closer to his type, his ideal type. Koreans have a lot of things, they talk about their ideal types a lot. I do not know, they fixate on it almost. I was like, so when you've said it over and over, this girl is your ideal physical type, does that mean that, what are you saying about her son that you now like as the wife material? The whole thing did not just sit right with me. But anyways, he ended up going with her son, and I think of all the three girls, that's the one that suits him the most, because some reason that insult prank that he used to do with Hejon, he didn't do it with that one. They kind of found a way. I feel like they kind of found a way to gel. I still think she's too good for him. But of course, after the show, I went and followed everybody. They've not had any indications if they are still together or not. But yeah. Anyways, the other guy who made this show fun for me was Jin Sok. This one. Oh my God. This guy is the biggest green flag ever. He went on that show. He saw An Min Young and he said, this is the one I want. It's fine. Like, the way he said, they coupled them up quite early. And I was like, that's his woman. Even when they're doing tax and they're saying put messages in plain way, he's putting only in his in her. Like, that's his woman. At the point, but he didn't also stop the girl. It was like, you can talk to other people, but personally for me, there's no point of talking to other people. We're going back. We're living in Inferno together. Only for the same day they sat in the bonfire, and when he said that one, they now ask, okay, how many guys did you put messages for? Ami Hun says 4. And everybody's like, oh, like, because everybody already coupled them. Why are you putting messages for 4 guys when we already know that one guy is like, this is one and done? So I think that is the point that Jin Sok started thinking, okay, maybe I should pull back and maybe I'm going too hard. But the way he pulled back was so like green flag. He didn't pull back and tell the girl, I'm pulling back because I feel I'm going too strong. He just told the girl, I think because I'm too strong, like I'm telling you, like, I'm done, I'm not talking to anybody. It's maybe putting pressure on us, and I'm sorry for that. Like, that's how we pull back. And he still talked to the girl. He didn't ignore her. But guess what? When my guy pulled back, and then I think around that time is when they brought Minhee, he almost wanted to also talk to Minhee before he realized that one, he had monopolized, so he left. When the guy pulled back, that is when Ami who was now saying, before she used to complain, like, why did you say it like that? Why did you call my woman? Why did you say it like that? It's as if you are just deciding for me. When the guy pulled back, through classic women, the way they do things, when the guy now pulled back, it's the girl that was now saying, you are not treating me nice. And he'll still apologize and say, no, don't cry now. It's okay. Why are you crying now? And even clean tears. But he's still not doing the way he was doing. I was like, the guy was out running after him. I said, correct, because he was running after you and you were running running after people. It was so fun. Even for him at the end, I didn't know who he was going to pick, but I think he was always going to pick and Min Young, because Min, he already, her head, that one, the head, one he had folded, I had no space for anybody, even space for herself, no day. So they went back together. I don't think I liked that couple. Just like I feel like her song is too good for Gwan here. I feel like Jin Sok is too good for that girl. That girl, I feel like is a girl that will break his heart, and that guy is too good for that. Like that guy just gives vibe. I don't want to do anything. I just want to settle down. What are you doing? And the girl gives me vibe of I just want to party. Even after the show has now ended, I'm sorry to say this, I've gone to check their social media and I've realized the guy is still giving me green flag. She's even giving me red flag. And I know this is a weird thing to fixate on, but you know, those Instagram girls, there's a way Asians in general filter their pictures on social media. She filters her pictures to the zenith, like, and I feel like, I don't know, it just tells me that it's not the kind of life that Jinso just wants. He has 3 cafes. He just wants to manage his businesses, bake his pastries, and just live a quiet life. I don't think the girl wants that, but good luck to them. And the other couple that formed, oh, the sweetest, those ones, they didn't even get to go to paradise together. Seyoung and Minwoo, they didn't get to go to paradise together, but they were the youngest. She is 27, a former first runner of Miss Korea 2022, and he is 24. He's a model. They were they liked each other, but somehow they weren't able to have conversations. Even her, she didn't get to win a task so that she can pick him to go to paradise, and other women were picking him to go. I think he went to paradise twice. There's a point he was even fixated on Kim Guri. Kim Guri they were now having conversations. Kim Guri, that's when I was like, I really do not like this girl. She was too bossy, almost snobby, and calling him, don't move. It was just too much. But they had, when him and Seun did get opportunities to have conversations in Inferno, they had the sweetest, the cutest interaction. Their final conversation said he was still saying that he wants to kind of break things off with Kim Guri, that he's going to break things off. But when they were having their final conversation, they were so sweet with each other that he was like, you know what, there's no point of even going to have a final conversation with her. I'm not going to talk to her again. We're going back home together. Like, we're living in Inferno together. And I was like, oh, they were so cute. And he didn't want to have that final conversation, but Kim Guri still dragged him and had the final conversation with him. And it was so disrespectful on her part. It was like, when I left, I told you not to move, not to look at another girl. Why did you move? I'm like, why are you talking like this? It was like monopolizing his time. And they talked for so long. At a point, even someone who wanted to come and do her final conversation came in. I was like, before she even came in, she talked with Jin Sok and his partner now, and I was like, I want to go and interrupt their talk. They've been talking for too long, and I really want to talk to him. We never even got a chance to go to paradise together. He had a chance to go to paradise with this girl he's talking with. I want to go and talk to him. The girl opens the door and says, hi, are you guys done? She turns to her and said, no, come back. Like, very, very, because by then the guy had started saying they can't work, so she was already pissed off, and still kept him there after. But eventually, even the guy was, I think it's because of his age, he was the youngest, 24. Because the way the conversation, it was just her shouting at him. Guy, you would have said, oh girl, you know go walk, and they bounce. Would have bounced since, but he was still trying to be nice to her, and she was not being nice at all. At a point, she even wanted to take out Mike. The guy was like, are we allowed to do that? You can't do that. She was so pissed that he did. I think she's this kind of girl that because she's fine, she's used to being the attention. She's used to everybody paying her attention, and if she wants somebody, she gets the person. So it was surprising to her to come here and not be. In fact, she said it in one of the seasons when one time they didn't pick her. She said she's surprised that nobody picked her like her. So she was kind of arrogant, and he was So that whole conversation was pissing her off. But yeah, I'm done talking. It's a very nice show. It's a wholesome dating show. I'm so used to dating shows abroad where, all this, what's that one called? Too Hot to Handle. All these shows, immediately before you can even blink your eye, everybody that everywhere, doing the most. Do you understand? So this, as usual, the way K-dramas are, this is such a wholesome show. People are connecting not because of a physical relationship, but because they're actually talking to each other. Now, I do not know, I don't think anything has ever gotten physical in when they go to paradise. But the most that happens in paradise is people will get in a hot tub together, or they'll choose to share a bed together. That's the most that happens. It is so pure and it's so cute and it's just so, sweet to see. So yeah, I really love that show. I wish I could have done like a review on it, but I binged watch it kind of. Yeah, I binge watch it, so I couldn't do like episode per episode reviews, even though I know I had said I wanted to do that even from last year when I was waiting for the show to come back. I couldn't do that. I don't think I'm going to do a single video talking about it. But the only reason I would want to do the single video talking about it, like a single video that is not like a long video on a live, would be so that I can put up pictures, just make it short, maybe like 8-9 minutes max. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. But yeah, that has been Singles Inferno, as rambling as it was. I'm going to end this live here. I also wanted to talk about Ruwa, but I'm going to take that off the title. I'm not going to have time to talk about that again. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know if anybody, again, if you watch and get up to this point, if anybody watches Ruwa, it's on Showmax. It's a Nigerian program, obviously. I watched that show last year, and I was like, wow. So when it came back this year, no, it came back last year. I waited because I wanted to have more episodes. So I only finally started watching, I think, 2-3 days ago. Yeah, I think 2-3 days ago. But yeah, I'll talk about that another time. I didn't even want to talk about Ru. I wanted to watch and do the live while I was doing it. But yeah, I'll do it another time. I'm going to end this live here because it's been 72 minutes of bad camera quality. I don't know what's happening with this camera quality. And to the one person that did join this live, and I think you've stayed for a long while, if you do not drop a comment, I'm going to send go for you. I'm going to send a go for you. Oh yeah, drop a comment. Let me know who exactly joined this. If it's like, are you a subscriber or I don't know. Anyway, thank you for joining and hearing me ramble. When this goes live, you can join the beginning part. You can watch the beginning part, which was about 25 minutes or so of me doing an actual story time. Like personal, not me talking about Singles Inferno. But yeah, that will be it for me on this live. I'm waiting for you to actually drop a comment if you're actually listening. I'm going to go and let me... I don't know if there's a way to see who is in your life, like the name, not just see. The reason I'm actually waiting for this comment is every time I go on live, I always forget to choose the setting where people can drop comments. I always choose the one, I'm always confused. It's always so strange. Hold on. Chidera! The girl don't put earphones, they hear anything. My God, 3 people? How? But thank you. Drop a comment. I'm wrapping this up. I was waiting for the person. Oh, okay. Thank you. I've seen the comment. Thank you very much. I don't think I've seen that name. Thank you for joining, and I hope you are subscribed. Sorry, I'm going to pause this here now. Chidera, listen. No, now. It's not you. Can YouTube me say? join live. I'm saying, yeah, can I drop comments? I want to see how it looks. Yeah. Thank you. How are you? Thank you. I am fine. I am fine. Thank you for joining this very random live. I hope you were able to join along. So, this is such a on the spot question. Do you love Palestine or Israel? Why would you ask me such a question? First of all, before I answer that question, are you subscribed? Because I don't think I have seen this username before. Are you subscribed? And I'll answer the question as honestly as possible.
Because I want chaos. We love Israel.
I'm going to go ahead and answer the question. I love both of them. I love the human beings in both of them. I do not claim to understand the conflict that has been happening in that place over the years. We only know the escalation that happened recently because of everybody saying because of Hamas. There's a set of people that are saying it's Hamas, but there's also a set of people that said, of course, over the years, Israel has triggered them, and that is why they acted. So I love the human beings in both places, but I am also for the Free Palestine movement. If I must take a stand, that's the stand I'll take. I'm also for the Free Palestine movement. But again, I do not claim to know everything that has been going on in that region for the 70 or so years. But yeah, that's where I am on. Please, what are we eating? We're not eating anything. This was not an eating live. I don't think I'm ever going to do an eating live, but I was just eating an apple. This is a local apple, local to Nigeria, and yeah, Nigeria, Africa. So does that answer your question? Do you love Palestine or Israel? And also, let me know if you are subscribed and which one do you love? Am I being ignored? No, you're not being ignored. I've said what we're eating.
Okay, I'm done.
I'm actually waiting. I want to know, who do you love, Palestine or Israel, and why do you love either or both? The third person that just joined us, drop a comment. You know what? I'm gonna go. This life has already overextended, and my water is now no longer cold. And I'm surprised. Okay, I'm surprised that I have lasted this long. Oh, sorry, not me. I'm surprised that Daisy has lasted this long. Sorry, I open my phone and I get distracted. I'm surprised that Daisy has lasted this long. Still sleeping.
She slept really well and she slept like a few minutes.
Oh, so Froko, she was not sleeping. Oh, now that makes sense. Well, she's up, if you can hear. I get you. Anyways, I'm going to end this here. And I keep getting turned around. I'm going to end this here. How many times have I said that now? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to end this here, and that has been the first random live of 2024. I had like a story time earlier where I talked about why I was MIA on YouTube, and talked a little bit about me being diagnosed as bipolar. And then we talked about singles Inferno. I was low-key all over the place, but then again, that's me. I'm always low-key all over the place. And yeah, I'm gonna end this here because Daisy is awake and I have to go eat or something. So immediately she gets down, my tripod is already shaky. I do not want her to come and shake it up even more. Why is she coughing like that? You see, it started shaking. So bye. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes, I am sure.